Hello, welcome back everybody. CoKo here with Let's Play Civilization 7. This is my first playthrough. This is part 5 of that playthrough. I finally got the new light. It's on right now. It's not on its brightest setting, and it's not positioned to be directly illuminating this side of my face. But it is filling in the shadow a little bit better just by virtue of being some light. If I want to optimize it for subsequent streams, I might. I kind of don't want to avoid constantly moving my light back and forth for when I do streams and when I just doing other stuff around my apartment. But I'll figure out something. It's got a swivel head, so I can find a middle ground. Alright, let's see, where were we? As usual, I had saved and quit on the end of a turn, so that way I could just kind of remind myself where I was, and then continue to the next turn where all sorts of stuff is going to happen, probably. Market in the capital, altar in Corinth. Isabella's moving around. Might make Civ7 into a city. We'll see. I don't know. Natural disaster. Flood in 1520 BCE. That's the Hanging Gardens. Okay, I know where this is. This is the orientation close to what I know. It's in Athens. Like never before. Well, this is why we keep gold in reserve. Let's do the narrative choice though before we deal with the fixing. I think my population is the same. No, you know what? My population might have been 16. Devotees surround a large tree, running their fingers over its rough bark. They believe it is the home of a lucky spirit. So that has nothing to do with the flood. I kind of thought there would be a natural narrative choice around the natural disaster. That would have made a lot of sense. Okay, so do we want to get some gold? Maybe it's an offsetting thing because these are all good things. So 50 gold, perhaps to help fix the flooded tiles. +1 food, or 25 influence. I might do the food. Alright, now let's take a look in here. Repair library. Done. That seems to be the only damage. Okay, so the farm here is marked as flooded, but not yet damaged. Maybe it will become so. Or maybe this is still 3 food, 1 production. That's what it was before, I think. Unless it gained a food. Kind of want to take a screenshot. So these guys got hurt. I didn't even really, notice that they were standing on a river. I mean, I knew they were, but like I didn't think about it for whatever reason. So I just noticed now, because I've been looking, is that these units, these unique great people or whatever, have health. A flooded library, look at that. Alright, so we were going to do a look out here just to see some of those tiles. Cool. Now cancel it. Okay. So we'll be growing in all of these places soon.
Perfection is achieved, not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away.
Yeah, you said that the first time when we did the tech. Sweet. Great Codex. It's been added to Athens, and hey, play game 3. Oh. Let me check real quick on the stream. Yep, sorry for the scratching. I moved my TV controller. So we've earned a scientific legacy point and a legacy option. Cool. Let's take a look at the progress just to see what this is look like. So we made it to like the first level for culture, not to the first level for military. What does it take to get here? 12 towns or and then conquered count as 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a sec now. I guess we did discipline. Oh, so the next step is to train and assemble 4 military units, move them near the army commander, and then suck them in with the assemble, which is something I just could do just for the heck of it. Include a siege unit to get both of these at the same time. Oh, and then attack and capture another civilization settlement. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. So we're on this 3rd tick for science. So we did build library and research writing 2. That's what just got us this thing. So research mathematics and build an academy. We'll probably do that. And we've got the codices lined up already. So we need to get 3 more if we want to get complete science, and 10 total if we want to do this. So everything except the codices, I think I'll kind of do. So maybe keep an eye on that one. I have a feeling that we're likely to get closer in science than 7 wonders. Okay, so the final goal is the one up here, which is nice. The mini goals are ways to get there. So 20 resources. We're not going to get 20. We may get 10 codices. We're not going to have 12 towns. We probably won't have 7 wonders, if I'm being honest. I still want to build the Colosseum, but that's like number 3. So maybe we track science. We're closer there, and then we're not only just closer, we're tied for the lead. Which is true also of wonders, but I don't think anybody's getting 7. Very cool. Okay, surplus from economic boon, get more science. So, although it kind of seems like get more science would be good for going for science, if we want codices, okay, they came from the masteries. Okay. Yeah, for a second I thought codices. Okay, we also get them from culture. I wasn't totally off base. Literacy. Okay, just literacy gets us a codex. I don't know if 10 is like the maximum you can get, such that we're going to need literacy. But we're probably going to do that anyway, so I'm not worried about it. So the rest of the codices are going to come from our research, particularly these masteries. There's 2 codices for mathematics mastery. There's 1 for military training mastery. We just got 1 for the engineering mastery. There's 1 up here for navigation mastery. So we really got to do great in science to get all these codices. Yeah, which, I mean, makes sense. Like, you know, the codex is just an implementation of completing the tech tree. Now, they could have reduced the challenge to just how many technologies you researched, which is something that previous Civ games have kept track of. But I have a feeling it's not just that, like, because the level of indirection by having a codex, which, you know, mainly seems to track how many of these technologies, especially the masteries. So you kind of like have to have so much science to spare that you can get these masteries that, like, you know, don't help you in other things, let's say. But also, I bet you get a codex for some things like building a wonder here or there, like the Great Library maybe or something. So that way they have other ways to balance this codex distribution. Because if it was just like technologies researched, it might get tricky trying to balance it. So it's sensible that they did this. Okay, so I think we're going to want science. And... oh no, I had finished researching something. Please tell me that science didn't get lost. I don't think it did, because 1 turn for currency mastery. And I did build a market. Let's get it. 1 turn to get a codex and some more gold. I'm in. Alright, so we did just complete the market here, I believe. Where did we put it? Here's a library, here's the market. It's currently giving us 3 gold. Overall, we're still negative. We'll be closer to 0 next turn once we get the +1 gold on the market for the mastery. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, I think Colosseum is our next bet, although... So Blacksmith is only costing us 4 turns, and +10 production. So the trouble I had with the Blacksmith when I was trying to like plan out the growth of my capital was... what I was feeling was the best place for it was somewhere over here, close to the resources. because it gets a adjacency bonus for resources and also wonders. But I'm going to have lots of wonders over here. This I wanted to save for... I don't even remember. There was a wonder because something. I don't know if I'm going to build 7 wonders anymore. So maybe like I start kind of giving up on that plan formally. So this stuff benefits from wonder bonus. I don't remember what the Parthenon does. Probably something. So if I have wonders like the Colosseum, I'd want to do it here, here, maybe here. These, however, probably won't ever be wonders. And they are 4 food, river tiles. I think I might prefer to keep the river tiles available for food. This flat tundra would be a good one. So, flat tundra up here. Am I going to build a wonder here to take advantage of it? Maybe. The door is open for that. Now let's see what the academy bonuses are, because I wanted to build an academy with my library. I don't actually know if 2 science buildings in the same quarter will actually provide a science bonus. Like, if you have a science quarter. So, there's an indirect bonus by having 2 science buildings and calling it a science quarter, in that I have a specialist in that quarter. Where it's a district now, it'll be a quarter once I have 2 things in there. So that specialist applies to every building, everything in there. So if you load up on science, your specialist... Sorry, I gotta drink some water. Your specialist will doubly benefit. And I'd rather have my specialist enhancing my science than enhancing production. And this does have the same yields as the blacksmith, which I talked about in my last stream. There's like a parallel, a symmetry to some of these buildings that provide yields. Wonder and resource with 4 base. So one way or the other, they're getting the same yields if I swap them and do the blacksmith with the library. So I might as well, yeah, do the academy with the library so that it benefits from the specialist, and then put the blacksmith somewhere else. And maybe I do the blacksmith now to help me with the Colosseum. One resource. I would love to do it out here. 2 resource adjacencies, that would be 6. But I'm not going to get an urban district anywhere near there anytime soon. So you have the market. Market and a blacksmith. What other buildings like might be coming online? This view hidden actually is helpful in this instance. So arena is the happiness version of the level 2 building. There are some differences, like the academy doesn't give you science for districts, but arena gives you happiness, for quarters I meant. So some little bits of difference here. 10% towards building wonders for some reason on the amphitheater. I don't know what that's about. And the barracks, I lose happiness of all things. Okay. And the villa, similar to the arena. Interesting. Both of these have a mountain adjacency. So either here or on the desert, perhaps. Mountain adjacency, natural wonder, and wonder. Don't have natural wonders, but I have wonders. So mountain and wonder. I can't get both. So I'll worry about arena later. Yeah, the -2 happiness thing is now throwing me. Anyway. Is this a wonder? No, you're a wonder, though. So arena would be great here with the market. Because it gets a mountain adjacency and a wonder adjacency. Okay, hot dog. So the library gets the academy. What do I want to do with you? Do I want to make you an urban district? It's 5 because of the resource. Nah, I think I'll keep you and decide later what to do with you. Maybe save this mountain tile for something else. You don't have a resource, and you're unlikely to get wonders. You have a wonder, but and 2 resources. This is compelling. Okay, so now, if I'm not going to build a wonder here anymore, monument, library. I think I'm okay because I didn't commit to whatever I was going to do here. Yeah, I didn't commit. So I think a blacksmith here might be the best option, and we'll just make do with these tiles in the other city. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. 2 resources plus the wonder. You know, I can't really ask for much more. Uh-oh, I heard a noise. A trade opportunity. Okay, so great work has been added to the codex. Okay, I did that. Flooded over there, and then Jose Rizal has completed the Great Library. I just want to check with the Great Library. Oh, so the Great Library is not a building or a wonder. It's a legacy path that requires displaying 10 codices. He did that? Alright, so as I said, most are avoided through tech mastery, though some can be obtained from the civic tree, narrative events. Cool! City-state suzerain bonuses, or by completing the Nalanda Wonder. Oh, interesting. There's consequences for not reaching the milestones along the antiquity paths, along the legacy paths. Ooh, so there's 4 legacy paths. They all have milestones. So if you don't reach any milestones on one of the 4 or any of the 4 paths, you're going to enter a Dark Ages for that category. So I'm probably going to enter military dark ages. We'll find out when we get to the end of the age. Alright, what are you thinking? Bak, part of the Maya Empire, is overflowing with valuable commodities and 3 resources. Thriving markets are a sign of thriving societies. To strengthen our own, we should dispatch a merchant. Absolutely, we should dispatch a merchant. I've been wanting to forever. Tell me how to do that. How do I get another merchant? Okay, so I can do another resource assignment in the capital. I'll keep the Kowlid here because of the +4 bonus to sending it to another city. I mean, Salt could go in Athens, but I'm not building units anyway. So I'll just wait until the next opportunity. Still don't know what's the deal with that upgrade. So, we need a merchant. Aha. So you're going to do it after the altar. I wonder if it's the city who constructs the merchant. Is that the one that, like, does the trading? And is that why Sivash was sending all of its stuff to Corinth because I had used the trade route or something? Don't know, but I'm getting close to growth, and I have the money to convert it to a city. So let's wait for growth to happen, and then we'll judge. Oh, it just says he completed a milestone for Great Library. Not that he actually
When I was
did
young, I thought that money was the most important thing in life.
Yeah, we know. We heard that one before. Alright, narrative choice. Ambition drives innovation. So, meticulous research, we get a codex. Oh boy. Both of these lead to codices because of the fact that you want to use the tech tree to get to codices. So we need 10, we have 4, we were just given the 4th one here. Let's just take a look. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. 9, and there was one on the social tree, right? In literacy, 10. So we can get to 10 by doing literacy, which will probably happen, plus basically completing the science, the tech tree. So we don't strictly need this one. And not getting it... And not getting it... And getting it, I don't think would speed us up. Because we'd still want the 2 for that late technology. Mathematics mastery. Like, we'd still need to get this anyway, to get 2 codices. Because we need 1. So, I'm going to take the science, since it'll get us closer to that goal anyway. So that should have sped up some things, though I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so we need mastery for everything now. Except things that don't, get us codices, and including things that we weren't intended to do. So here's an example of where taking the codex would have been beneficial, because, I don't care for this mastery. I don't really care for the movement of siege units. But, I made my choice. +1 food on food buildings. That's pretty good. Oh, and we don't have the wheel yet either. Okay, what's the order of operations? Let's do the wheel and its mastery, followed by navigation and its mastery. Oh, we can't build the arena yet? I thought that we had access to it. I'm like, sure we do. We're going to need its mastery too. Oh, this is tough. But I'm pretty sure we had access to the arena. No, we don't. I made that up. Alright, who's growing? Alright. I love this city. Okay, so we had moved along. We were just getting food out the wazoo. We have a granary, and we got these farms that are loaded up, and these fishing boats. And I do want to do a fishing quay out here, which I can do now. Maybe I'll use my gold for that actually. So that motivates me. This is going to be a farm, and this is going to be another fishing boat. This one has gold and a happiness for some reason. And leads me towards silver, so... This one's pretty great too for the 2 production, but this is not yet a city. I can specialize, but I kind of want to like grab all the tiles I like before I do that. I haven't grabbed jade. I haven't grabbed jade yet either. Okay, let's let's keep it growing. Let's grab the rural tiles for the fishing quay, or like fishing boats, and farm. Build the fishing quay, and then grab these resources, and at some point, move to its specialty, or specialize it to send something, probably food, somewhere, probably Corinth. So let's do this. Now let's do the one with the food first, because I don't see that production is going to benefit us. If I do this, then I'll want to do the silver next, and I don't care about purchasing units. Though plus 15% gold, and the capital has now been cleared to be able to use a new resource. Yeah, so... Wait, if I do... Oh, fishing quay being an urban district needs to be placed adjacent to other urban districts. Oh, no. Alright, yeah, so I need to make something here before I can make the fishing quay. I have plenty of gold. Let's make that happen. Flat tundra or medium snow? I don't know. I guess here. I don't really know. Neither of these would give me access to any tiles I care about. What, like 1, 2, 3 mountain tile? Nah, 1, 2, 3 medium snow. I mean, I guess it's technically pulling in a tile into my cultural borders, whereas this will not. So, okay. Beautiful. So, is this a resource notification? Great works has been added to Corinth. Sure. +2 science. Are they all like the same thing? They don't have like, they're not like great works that have like a... Okay, they don't have like a description. So let's check out resource allocation, and let's move the jade into... Actually, you know what? I have to make Civ7 town, assuming it still has good gold once I do, which I can't guarantee, then this jade will be useful. So 1 to 1.7, or 0.7, or negative 0.5 to 0.7. I guess it's better in the capital. So cool. Town specialization? Yeah, I know. Okay, let's buy stuff. So we got a granary here. Fishing key I can't do yet. Wait, I have access to these. And it says... Oh, no, I can't. Okay. Brickyard for mine. So this is now a jade. Why doesn't it say mine? Doesn't say anything. Oh, wait, we did this one. Quarry. Jade quarry. I'll get to you in a second. So jade quarry benefits from a brickyard. As will that. As will that. And the saw pit benefits camps. So what's my plan of action? And then an altar maybe, or whatever, something else once I buy the... they're marked as hidden, but the ones that you might be able to build in a city would be nice to know right now. So altar benefits from wonders. Saw pit, nothing. Brickyard, though. They don't have any adjacencies. I don't even think the granary had an adjacency. It's just... Yeah. I guess that's the way these things work, is like the first level buildings don't have adjacency bonuses. Which is tricky, right? Like, because you have to build them next to urban districts, you gotta start from around the center. You can't have, like, you know, conveniently your granary and brickyard out in the middle of nowhere and allow, like, your center tiles to get all these nice adjacencies. You can't do that. I mean, it's part of the fun. Okay, let's leave the granary alone, and we might put something with it. And let's put... We get camps. Do we have a woodcutter yet? No, we don't. Nor will we. So I think a brickyard is the better choice, because we will have multiple mines. I kind of wanted to do the brickyard with the granary, though. And then the saw pit can be here, and then the fishing key, sorry, can be down here. Alright, I got lots of gold. 180, so 200, 200, 200, so it's like 540 for all of them. Alright, let's do the brickyard with the granary. Let's do the saw pit next to the camp. Let's do the fishing key there. What does that look like? Beautiful. This city is crushing it. Yeah, Civ 6 and other Civ games, it was hard to make prosperous cities in the tundra, you know, with the exception of civilizations who had bonuses towards that. I mean, to some degree, like, if you had access to a river like this in Civ 6, you were probably better off. Like, if you had a floodplain, like this is, and maybe, like, a bog. Yeah, so, you know, it's less about the tundras in this case, and more the fact that there's so many rivers and resources. Like over here, we'd struggle just as we would have in other Civ games, with the exception of the coast, maybe. But yeah, this has turned out to be a great city. Okay. It's been like 40 minutes and I've taken like 2 turns. Yeah, you know, that's how I play the game. If you don't like it, watch somebody else. I mean, I'm sure I'll get faster, you know, the more I play this game, too. Farmers Market Diplomatic Action targeting you has completed. Okay. Xerxes has changed our relationship to... Uh-oh. Hostile. So maybe we can do the reconciliation, right? That's great. We're 1 turn away from a social policy. And then we can apply, yeah, the endeavor. Maybe reconciliation is possible. Did he find out that I stole from him technology? I don't know. Alright, so here we just did the altar, right? And we noticed that the city hall can have a second building to make it a quarter. Brickyard. Yeah, blacksmith might be an option here too. Don't quite know yet how I want to specialize you. But I did want to do the merchant, so that's going to happen first. Alright, so remember to apply the social policy for the endeavor.
After the assembly gathered, the elders gave their answer.
Ooh, grant a bonus to wonder construction. Clutch.
Even a great carpenter does not abandon his string.
Okay. So there's the Endeavor's one. Oof. Might take a hit on happiness for a second. I still want all the food I can get. Always. Always in Civ games, like... it never hurts you. Yeah, this tool-making one is probably, like, needs to go. But the thing is, like, making a wonder in the capital, I just want to get, like, as much production there as I can, and I don't quite know how to use the towns effectively to, like, ship production to the capital. Once I figure that out, you know, I'll change things. Athens is growing. Okay, so I wanted to get the incense. I can't forget to do that. But let's browse around. See what other things are looking at. I mean, we want more food, but we're not going to get it. The incense is, you know... does this 2 food also account for the plant... sorry, what's the word? The benefit from the granary that applies to plantations. Probably. Because if I look at the tile on its own... No, it is 2 food. So it might end up being a 3 food tile. And incense gives us plus 10% science, which I think we need. I think we need it bad. So yeah, no chance we're doing anything else. Okay, so the gold here was not terribly useful, but it was something. The plus 3 production is definitely staying here to help with the wonder. So, yeah, the food is staying here. The culture is staying here. Production is staying here. So I think the only one that can go is the gold. Nice. Alright, so mastery to get a codex. Yep, gotta do it. We will finish the wonder, assuming we finish it, before we research mathematics. I guess either way, whether we do the mastery first or not. I'd like to build an academy right after that. But I may have to bide my time with some other turns building other things. Because I don't think I'll have it researched in time. Maybe we do mastery for the wheel after mathematics. Because this is 2 codices. Maybe we just get that first. I don't know how many turns are left in the age. 64%. I don't know. I don't know if we have the time for all these things. Oh, cool. Well, I got lucky with that timing because I just assigned that social policy for another endeavor, so I can go do it. Ooh, plus 3 culture from specialist. That's not bad for 3 turns to get that. I could live with that. I don't need the settlement limit. Oh, that's the thing that he built. The Mausoleum of Theodoric. Literacy, it gets me the Kodak plus 50% production towards science buildings for the academy. I have time to do something else before that, though. Nalanda gets me a Kodak too. I might have to consider doing that after Colosseum. Maybe it might even be more in line with my goals now than the Colosseum, but I've kind of committed to doing the Colosseum in my mind. So... Okay, so I have time to get this, so I can do this first, and then literacy, and then an academy. Okay, so after you grow, now I really got to consider buying you. I'll be honest, like, I am enjoying not having workers to deal with. I'm still, like, I like the army commanders, but as you can see, I've spread out my units in the way you would have in old civs. And I'm wondering if maybe I should, like, lean out away from that tendency and lean into army commanders and just hope that, you know, if a war comes on my border, I can move there in time. Let's do it. Let's, like, lean into the mechanisms of this game, you know, and see what happens as a consequence. So, let's have the army commander. Let's do it all on my Acropolis district. So let's get the hoplite. He's still healing, so we'll keep him where he is. So if I want to build fortifications that aren't temporary in a city, I got the ancient walls. I don't know. What else? Uh-oh. Oh, Nalanda. Oh, no. Nalanda's been completed is like terrible news because that means they've already researched whatever that was, literature? Oh, jeez. An unmet player. Yeah, they did wonders, but they're also probably really good on science. I'm in trouble. Okay, Xerxes, you know, how would you feel? Oh. When did I get this one? Oh, that's what that wonder construction thing was. It was an endeavor. Love it. Oh, this is awesome. This means that... how many turns am I away from building a wonder? Oh, now. Right now I'm building it. Okay, so that's good. Okay, we'll get back to that. Where's my city hall? Here. Okay, I've got farm, plantation, woodcutter. Really? Oh, that was from before, when it was a city-state. Fishing boats. I don't have a key in this city. And there would be more fishing boats if I went down here. That's a farm. This city needs work. I would get a mine on a river? Rough plains. Okay, so non-navigable rivers are just like, you know, whatever. Oh, this coastal tile would be excellent to build the key on. But I don't quite know. Maybe I'll get here on the rough plains with my urban districts. What was I doing going this way then? Oh, because it was a desert and it was like lame. Okay. It's okay. We got plenty of time to adjust. So we need to get urban districts if we want to make that a key. In which case, our urban districts, we're going to have to start going around this way. If the urban districts start going around this way, then we can do the camel when they go around that way. And there's another resource up here. The dates. So if the urban districts take over this way, I also need something here. Rough desert. Might want to do an urban district here, and then, I don't know. All of that is a long way away, so I just got to start somewhere. I don't really want to get this, though. See, why is this flat desert tiled so good? Like, this flat desert tiled was not good. This one is good. Why? I'm pretty sure this yield was the yield before. No, I'm making that up. What about you? I don't know. I'm still not really sure how all this stuff works. You have loads of food, right? Or a good amount. And I have a woodcutter, which means if I did a sawmill somewhere with the granary, perhaps, because I don't have any mines and quarries here, what will the dates be? I guess a plantation. I can't imagine it being like a mine or quarry. Camels would probably be a pasture. And I have a pasture for horses here, which benefit from the granary, so pastures are in good shape. And this is too far away for a quarry, and this is too far away. So, sawmill with a granary in this city might actually be warranted. And dates get us +2 food, +2 happiness. Not like the biggest of benefits. So if camels is a resource, is it a city resource or an empire-wide resource that so it says assigned to a city, like any city? Since that it says to a city, I feel like you gotta assign camels to that city, which means that the increase by 2 is effectively an increase by 1, because you've got to put the camels there to get 1. So you're wasting a resource slot for the camels, and then you get an extra one on top. Still useful, but it's not like quite the way you might read it, is my guess. I'm not going for the economic path. This will be a fishing boat. I don't have a key. It's going to be forever before I can build a key. I'm doing this. I'm going to go get the dates, even though I don't think it's the best benefit. Cool. So it costs 500 to convert you. That's something. What do I want to do about this? Do I want to convert you is the question. Oh, it's making it a farming town that gives me all these extra bonuses. So all the town's production is converted to gold, which we're not doing right now, and it has 25 gold, which is astonishing. And all of the town's food is sent to connected cities. Yeah, why is it telling me that? Because we already dealt with that problem. We can't pick anything else. Right? But we can return to growing town, yeah. Okay, so that's the food yield. Production is turned into gold. That's nice. I could consider making the saw pit now since I have 2 woodcutters. Clay pit. What the heck is what gets you a clay pit? Yeah, Kowlin, I know. But mine had a quarry around it. What? Yeah, mine has a quarry. Well, that's confusing. Yeah, it specifies +1 production on clay pits, mines, and quarries. But the Kowlin improvement is a quarry. Maybe it evolves. maybe quarries evolve to clay pits. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand, but I don't have Kowloon in this city anyway. I don't have quarries in this city anyway. So it's not really a problem for me right now. So let's make a saw pit. And let's put it... I need to expand my urban zones in here too. Geez, I need to consider that. So let's not do anything and just let it do its thing. So that food is going where? Here. Oh wow, look at this. It highlights the thing. That's pretty sweet. Yield from a connected town, plus 43. Incredible. And yet Athens is not getting that. So once we get the merchant, we gotta really see... Minus deductions. Why am I getting deductions? Yeah, we gotta really see how to get Athens to get some of that food. Alright, who are we growing now? Sweet. Alright, we've put this in our borders, so we're safe. Oh, wow, 20% towards purchasing buildings, and I just spent all that gold buying those buildings? I wouldn't be able to assign this there anyway, because that's a town. So if I want to buy gold, if I want to buy something in my city, which I haven't yet done, but I might do it for Civ7 if I make it a city. I might want to like make up for lost time and buy some stuff. Okay, so let's not do the gold yet. We're not in need of it yet, unless I just want to have it just to play with how it works. So we've got a granary, we got a pasture. Getting a tile out here might be nice for claiming some land. Alright, as long as I'm grabbing one of these tiles that has the food and happiness, might as well, don't care about these mountains, might as well and grab more cultural borders. Like, you know, desert, not a big deal if I don't get it. But if I grab this, it can't hurt to have these, or I guess these two. I mean, better me than him, right? So how are you looking now? 35. Yeah, perfect. Now you could specialize. Where would you be sending your stuff to? So fishing key. Still don't know if it's worth it. Don't have to worry about saw pit or altar just yet. You can buy merchants. That's kind of interesting. So, civilian who can establish a trade route to import resources from a foreign settlement. Okay, we'll see how that works. So, you've got what are our options? Resource tile in this town and +5 trade route range. I don't quite know what the trade route range exactly means because I'm still fuzzy on how merchants do their business. So all the town's production is converted to gold. All the town's food is still sent to connected cities. All the production... This can't be right. All the production is converted to gold. Wait. It's the same no matter what you pick. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. So, what happens when you make it... When you give it a focus is the same no matter what. Which I like. I'm glad it's that. It simplifies things. You're always converting the production to gold, and all the food is getting sent to wherever. I'll figure that out soon. But what you can change is some of the benefits unique to this town. So you can make healing better in this town for, like, you know, if you're using it as a way, as a town on the way to war. Quarters. You can get culture and science on quarters. So if you buy buildings and create quarters, which is not that impossible, you can double down on your food production, which honestly seems like the best option. Because the production gets converted to gold, so if you do have a high production place, I guess you could turn it into a high gold place. And then here is a happiness farm. Oh shit, okay, thank God it was a confirm, because I clicked accidentally. So if you got a lot of resources, you could just say, screw it, I just want a lot of happiness, and just get 2 happiness for every resource around. And increase your trade route. So it's like, you know, grab those resources, enable foster trade, so it's like, maybe it's a small town that doesn't have a lot of food, but it's got a lot of, but you focus on grabbing resources as soon as possible. Not bad. Okay, so camps, woodcutters, clay pits, mines, and quarries. How many of those am I going to have around here? I got plantation, pasture, plantation, mine. That's it. And I'm going to have fishing boats too. So yeah, the only option that really makes sense for me is farming town yet again. So let's just pick it and seal our fate. And let's see where this food goes. It's going to Corinth too! That's too much food for Corinth. Though Athens is population 19. Go Athens. How are you population 19 when Corinth has 131 food? It's insane. I want to fix that, but I don't know how, so I'll wait. Okay, so time for Colosseum, which also means time for the new thingy that we got. Okay. So Colosseum, let's see, +2 happiness on quarters in this settlement. Must be placed adjacent to a district, of course. So here are the adjacency bonuses for... What is on here? Library and a monument. So library, altar, and monument. Oh, because there's a market and an altar here. So market and the altar are responsible for the happiness, I believe. And then library is responsible for the science, and monument is responsible for the culture. And then these, Parthenon and Odeon, I'm assuming are also responsible for culture, because we get 6 culture no matter what. And there's a monument here too. and an altar here too. Yeah, so doing it out here seems just the best choice, and then we can fill in a wonder here. And I like the idea of the Colosseum kind of being like between cities. It's kind of like the Civ 5, the Civ 6 strategy in me to make my Colosseum like in the middle of all my cities to have the bonus for how far away it was from city centers. Alright, Colosseum. Get going. I kind of want a screenshot of, like, this. There we go. My mouse is... Okay. I want to put it somewhere where it doesn't have a tooltip. Let's just put it up here. Okay, so we were going to assemble troops. Let's actually do it... Oh, I guess the roads are continuous for all these urban districts. Let's do it kind of like here, where there's a crossroads. That's the chariot. So let's put the commander in the middle. So you can go here, chariot. You can go here. And are these units healed? They are. Let's put you here. And the commander can go in the middle. So who do we want to help us with wonders? We've got two... I shouldn't have exited out. So how are you doing on research? You got a lot more. So let's continue researching with Isabella. And Pachacuti, you can do wonders with us.
Huh.
So you get 10%. We both are getting 15% now. That's non-trivial. Let's do a research collaboration, so we're both getting that. Sweet. And I did the reconciliation with you. What about you? Anything I can do? No. Okay, awesome. I went on Steam and looked at the store page. And I saw the mixed reviews. I've been getting a hint of this stuff, following along with the community a little bit. And I read some of them, and you know, some of it is consistent with concerns people laid out before the game came out and whatnot. But like, I struggle to really process all the negativity. I suppose so. I mean, go ahead and roast me, I suppose. I mean, it's curious that, like, you know, I just kind of voiced that statement, and immediately somebody was watching to pay attention. Like, I'm not interested in kind of having a like discourse to defend the game. Like I was just gonna say that like I'm enjoying playing like what I've been playing. As far as analysis of like what I like better from Civ 6 or 5 or 4 or so on, I'm not sure. Like this is my first playthrough of Civ 7, and I am starting to get a handle on some of like the changes to the mechanics and the goal. I don't think I'm anywhere near ready to kind of like say overall what is a better game. But for Civ 6 versus Civ 5, I also don't know if I like can say definitively for me or try and objectively kind of do it for analysis, because like one of the things I like about the series that I hope I will like about 7 is that they try and differentiate from the previous games and create an overall different package. So I like both Civ 6 and Civ 5, but I don't know which I like better, and I played them at different times in my life. Yeah, no, I got a big forehead, especially with the lack of hair on my head to kind of cut down, and the lighting's probably hitting it hard. I don't want to like so facepalm? Like I'll give you a facepalm. That I can do. Okay, so now that I got a merchant out, I want to figure out exactly how merchants are going to work. That'd be pretty cool. Yes, I wouldn't object to being the face of facepalms. Alright, so last time when I got a merchant out, I had this menu, and I had to move the merchant to the place to initiate, the trade route. Thank you. Looks like that's the same here. Like the make trade route action tells me like kind of which places I'd need to go to. But it doesn't seem to be anything related to my towns such that I can do something where like I can get the food to go from this town to this city rather than this city. So maybe that's just an unrelated mechanism, and trade routes are just about like resources trading with other civilizations and city-states. And it even gives me the indication of which is like out of reach in case I wanted to do something like make this town specialize in the trade route, trading town, to get me closer. Okay. So elephant. So +6 gold. Carthage. Where is Carthage? Yeah, it certainly might be different with the sea trade routes. I know there's sea stuff, a lot of naval stuff that comes in the exploration age of this game. But what I was kind of looking for in the short term was I've got these towns that I specialized, and they're sending food back to Corinth, and they're sending tons of food, which is awesome. But I don't seem to have control over which city is getting the benefit of the excess food from these towns. It looked like they both picked Corinth. Now, it might be because they're calculated to be the closest, even though Athens and Corinth might be both 7 tiles away. So maybe there's like a tie goes to Corinth for some reason, and then this one is definitely closer to Corinth. But what I would like to figure out, if possible, is how I can get like this town to send its excess food to Athens. Because I'd love to have extra food in my capital for a variety of reasons. And so I was wondering if maybe like the merchants, when they create trade routes, they like establish connections directly between cities and towns or something along the way. Kind of like Civ6 and Civ5 did. Anyway, doesn't appear to be the case, so I'm just gonna go to down here. Right. So this gives me a preview of the path it's gonna take. So even though I made my merchant in Corinth, but it's taking it from the closest of my cities or towns, my closest settlement. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's doing it here too. So that's good to know. Neat. Okay, so this is a naval trade route, so it's the same. The merchant can do it either way, either path. You just need to have access. You probably need a fishing key or some kind of like urban district in the water, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go down here, so let's move my unit down here. And I just made that merchant, and I didn't really have a follow-up plan. Don't need happiness, really. Blacksmith could potentially be useful. Alright, maybe I'll get a siege unit out so that I can include it in the army commander's stuff to satisfy that task that was put forth. So ballista is definitely a siege unit. Any other ones? No. It's only 3 turns anyway. Let's make a ballista. Cool. So they ignore defenses and they do collateral damage. Since I'm building... Yeah, plus 20% production towards training units. So I already have that one. Great. Okay. Alright, so now Xerxes is not hostile. My reconciliation is working. Oh no! Big flood. This river has been flooding the entire game, so when I settled up here, I knew it was going to happen again.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Alright, code of laws. That gets me the culture from specialists, which I was looking for. And now I know that this is a that type of project, that diplomatic project that I can do. An endeavor. Do I want to consider that endeavor? Who can do it with me? Wait, it's not an endeavor. I was wrong. Okay, in that case, I won't need this one. Oh, so +2 culture for specialists is a policy, right? I keep forgetting which are policies and which are just things that happen. Alright, well I only have one specialist, so not a huge bonus. I might consider making a culture building in Corinth once I'm done the siege unit. Alright, so we want to do literacy next. So that's 10 turns until I can change policies again. Unless I get a celebration. That's 22 turns. So 10 turns during which I may make a culture. I gotta repair the farm. Yeah, next to all these wonders is a good spot for the amphitheater, but that's also true of my science buildings. I have a library with my monument and brickyard granary together. I already have the unique quarter in my capital. I wonder if it benefits me to have it in a second city. So, culture for adjacent wonder. So similar to the amphitheater, but better because it's faster to build. And pairs well with the Odeon for the unique district. +2 influence if built on rough terrain. That's not rough terrain. So it'll be +6 culture there, and you will be +3 happiness there. Yeah, maybe I overdose on the unique district. Why not? In which case I am building a culture building, I believe. In which case this benefit of 50% production to culture buildings could help. So we're not going to be initiating endeavors in the next 10 turns. But we are going to be building culture buildings. Gold, always good. Food, always good. Production for my wonder. Why not? Yeah, it's all fine. You grew again? You're out of control, my Letus. You're out of control. That's some pretty good growth for those fishing boats. Yeah, getting more jade doesn't really help me right now. I don't really need the jade that I have. Alright, we'll go towards the silver and get this awesome tile along the way, which just flooded. I figured I would have to, like, fix some farms, but I guess not. Okay, so now you grew to size 12. That's even bigger than Thebes, which... And... Yeah, you're huge. Okay, it's time for you to specialize one way or another. 47 food, good lord. Okay, so I have a lot of resources, but I don't really need happiness. Camps, woodcutters, clay pits, mines, quarries. I have a lot of those. Mine, mine, mine. Camp. Well, I don't have woodcutters yet, but I could. But I also have tons of fishing boats, plantations, or no, fishing boats, farms. Farm, fishing boat, fishing boat, fishing boat, fishing boat. Okay, so they're both good bonuses. So the result of 2 in this one is essentially more gold. No, it's always got to be food. Okay, so now your food is getting sent where? Oh yeah, Corinth. Surprise, surprise. I think we'll take the happiness towards the celebration since that was a number of turns away. And what do you want? Yeah, open markets. I figured since that just elapsed. Yeah, I want open markets. I love gold. Yeah, the art style for these tiles when they're flooded is really nice. Like it has both the like a level of detail to it, but also the fact that it changes to like mostly brown color makes it easy to identify, easier to identify. You have so much food, it's absurd. And yet, I don't have a sawmill. Yeah, these, with the exception of one that also gets me happiness. Like, these are good tiles to save to be urban tiles. Potentially this one, too. Oh, I got a woodcutter here for some reason. That was a weird choice. Very weird choice. I wonder why I did that. So you might be an urban district. You probably won't be an urban district. But I could always change it if I decided otherwise. And you have a plantation, which I probably don't want to nuke. And you have also plantation. So these are likely to never be urban districts, or never really appeal to be urban districts. So where are you? You see 1, 2. So if I get you though, I steal you from the other city, and I don't want to do that. 1, 2. I want to allow you to be acquired by that city. So stay away from you. You're urban. Stay away from you. City Hall. I'd like you to be acquired. So, crap. 1. That's City Hall. 1, 2. Yeah, I'd need to expand here to acquire these tiles before this city gets them. So I don't want to do either of these, even though they're the better choice. So I'll just fill in the gap in the middle for now. The city's doing great. It's not a huge deal. I might build a sawmill, too. Okay, let's try this assemble army. There we go. So I got the... Well, I got some challenge completed notification. And the army commander still has 2 movement points. Alright, let's deploy, see what that looks like. Let's say we're doing it here, and they go around it. Okay. And one of them stays with the army commander. And I'm sure there's some internal logic about how they decide what. Like, units with more movement points probably stay with the commander, or behind, since they're more mobile, like cavalry units, for example. The Rising Storm. Okay, so the crisis has started at 70% of completion through the age. The crisis starts to begin, which marks the end of the age. So we're getting close to the end of this age. The great civilizations of the world have risen, and in their rise others too ascend. Once metalworking, agriculture, and the growth of cities were limited to points on the landscape, now these are commonplace in all but the most remote corners of the world. Those once thought barbarians now lay equal claim to the mantle of civilization, and the learning of the city centers extends far beyond the boundaries of the known world. With that comes the question, why are you ascendant and we are not? Okay, fair. It's still 1340 BCE. That's it's pretty early. Like, the Antiquity Age might end before the Common Era begins. Okay, so crisis policies. Cool. A crisis is growing in your civilization. Unlocking a crisis policy. The negative effects of such policies reflect your civilization's difficulty in responding to the crisis. As the crisis deepens, you will unlock new crisis policies and crisis policy slots. Crisis policy slots can only hold crisis policies. Choose your first crisis policy now. Okay. So something that I'm going to be, bad at. None of these are too bad for me right now. I'm not fighting independent powers, so no problem. I am not a suzerain of any city-state. No, I annexed the city the city-state I was a suzerain of. So I don't think, I still am a suzerain of it. It doesn't exist anymore. And then plus gold, which, it's not a huge deal. I don't have a massive army, but still, given the fact that this one, inferior tactics, is of no consequence to me, clearly that's the choice. So the ballista has 1 movement. I guess if the ballista have movement, can we suck him in? He doesn't need movement to do so. No, I was wrong. The ballista cannot be grabbed included because his movement, I assume. Okay. Alright, so we were intending to make... Oh yeah, and the cost is down because of the policy change. Let's do a Parthenon. Let's do it over here next to this wonder. Wayang Palace. Oh, we put a blacksmith there. So conceivably, once this wonder gets done, this could be 6 with a chance to grow to 7. I mean, 2 Acropolises next to each other? That seems silly. Yeah, let's, +1 culture from Southwest. The market? +1 culture from each adjacent wonder. So where are you getting so many from? Northeast, east, and northwest. East, northeast. That's not a wonder. And southwest? What? Northwest. Northeast, library monument. Or maybe those tiles are getting an adjacency bonus, because a monument has an adjacency bonus to stuff? I don't know. I can't quite tell. In any case, this just looks like the superior place, and I don't want to... I'm nervous. I don't think I'm going to get 2 culture just by building 2 wonders. I guess I would, actually. Southwest is the current one. Yeah, so this would be southeast once it gets built, and then if I do another wonder here, it would be east, so it would match. I am correct in saying that if I want to gamble, this will eventually be as good. Let's do it, because I don't know actually why I'm so keen to do it this way, but I am. I'm nervous about getting Colosseum. Not all these like civilizations are making wonders. Alright, so maybe we'll go for another 15 minutes. Hey, my action steel technology was not discovered. Well, that's a nice flip of the coin for me, and I get some science bonus. Very, very nice, so good for me. Getting mathematics more quickly was actually very nice. Okay. Okay, so now let's try sucking in the siege unit. What? Why? Why can't I do that? Okay. Where did you come from? Why do I have a migrant? And why is a farm on fire? Somebody gonna tell me why I have a migrant? Join a settlement and become part of its population usable on any owned district. Owned as in the tile is owned. So I would want to use it in the capital because that's a district where I'm going to struggle to grow the most. So this is the palace. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Might want to grab that. Yeah, I guess let's go grab this food tile. I kind of want to do it one turn at a time just to see what it looks like when I move there. Okay, great. So if I do... to gain the 4 resources. All 4? Incredible. +2 and +2 happiness. And I can put it anywhere, including my towns. Okay, so I want production in my capital. I'll leave that food. Leave the culture, leave the science. So +2 production and 2 happiness. Losing food, that's overall... I mean, I like the happiness, but probably not the best. There we go. I guess that's good. Tropical plains and desert terrain for ivory. So gold is an empire-wide resource. Wait, I already had that. I knew that. I could have checked before. Okay, add to army. Yes. There you go. Oh, that's why you couldn't suck them in. Because you can only do 4 until you unlock the ability to do more. I just assumed that he'd be able to do 6 right off the bat. But now I understand. So what does it take to be able to do that? Which promotion? Probably like logistics. +2 unit slots. Yep. And what's the military thingy? Assemble an army including at least 1 siege unit. So, yeah, it's not tracked separately. So the idea for that step is to assemble an army including a siege unit so that you can go actually capture a settlement. So they're giving you like a kind of tutorial on good warfare strategy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, this is a great example of why it's like fun to just try things with a new game. Like I didn't quite grok like the limitations to how many units you can suck in, how all that works, and like trying it for no other reason than just to try it gave me that knowledge. Wait. It had it even on the farm. I'm going to go here and do it. I have a suspicion that when I add the migrant to the city, then I'll get the choice of where to expand to, which makes a lot of sense to reuse that UI. But just to be safe, I'm going to take the action here and then see what happens. Oh, I'm already in somebody's territory. So I've got open borders to do, apparently. Let's see if I can get it to when I build a wonder. You invading me? What are you up to? That's fine. I don't need your iron. Pyramids. Oh, that's why you lost access. You'll get it back. You'll get it back, buddy. Okay. So let's still suck everybody in. So who do you pick by default if I do assemble army? So you leave the siege unit behind, just like you did last time. But I guess let's fortify here. Fortify you. Yeah, I was right. There's a bug here, I think. Yeah, where are you going with all these units? Are you coming to me? I assume, like previous games, if she suddenly declared war on me, they'd have to leave my cultural borders. Alright, I'm accumulating a lot of gold. I gotta make some decisions about how to use it. Influence, too. %75 done with Antiquity Age. Yeah, get my wonder. I hope.
While stands the Colosseum, Rome shall stand. When falls the Colosseum, Rome shall fall. And when Rome falls, with it shall fall the world.
Sweet. Age transition, units and independence. Some, if not all, of your units will survive through age transition. At the start of the exploration age, 6 units will remain to defend your... Ah, okay. So that applies to me, because I have fewer than 6. Oh. Oh, okay. So you need a symmetry or a synergy between commanders and units, because when you do an age transition, they got to be able to be sucked up by a commander. Otherwise, they get left behind. I think I'm okay, because 6 to defend, plus whatever's left over. I don't have any left over after that to be sucked up by the commander, so I'm pretty sure all my units will continue on. Independent powers and city-states are unique to a given age. Oh. So you can be a suzerain of a city-state the entire age, but if you don't actually incorporate it at the end, it becomes something new. I mean, that might be a benefit to you. Oh, wow, there's a Gothic. Temporary fortifications. So, not quite barbarians. I mean, they're similar to barbarians. They did show up in empty space and said, hey, this is ours now. But they're an independent peoples and can be treated the same way as all the others that started at the beginning of the game. Where I can say, all right, I'm just going to wipe you out as if they were a barbarian encampment. Or I could turn them into something through my influence, of which I have a lot. I might want to consider that. Like, I got a bunch of influence points. I should use them. It feels like using the stuff you've accumulated by the end of an age is a good idea. Like, I don't think they're going to take my gold from me, but, you know, using it by the end of the age just seems in line with what they're aiming for. Treat the age like a self-contained game. Brilliant. Well, I think what we're going to do is save here and, you know, continue next time. Get through the... We're pretty close to the age transition, so we'll get through it next time, I think. And we'll make hard decisions about what to do with this new independent power that has shown up. I'm pretty sure, like, the Goths were somewhere else on the map earlier. Like, if they got removed from the map, did they now come back? Like, did they get recycled? Or is it, like, I don't know. Worry about that next time. Alright, see y'all later.